Welcome back to Let's Play Digimon Story, Sleuth Hackers Memory. It's like, wait, have I gone into an alternate universe? Would you play in Next Order? Yes, I am, so this is actually welcome back to Let's Play Digimon World Next Order. But I decided I wanted to show some things in-game in Hackers Memory. It's like, I've been playing an entirely different Digimon game lately, which I'll, ramble about when we get around to playing Next Order. For now, I went back and replayed a bit of this just so I could unlock another case to take on so I could show how domination battles work in this game. And what else? The other main reason was the field guide. This is like just a comparison, right? So let's go with, say, Tsunamon, for example. You know, in Next Order, remember the field guide in that game. You could only, you could click on things. You'd be like, okay, Digivolve Tsunamon, click on it. Goes straight to the page. There's Tsunamon. Now you got all the other options. You're like, okay, we're gonna go Veemon. Goes to Veemon. You go back. No, never mind, actually. Go Strikemon, for example. Then you'd be like, okay, how about we go to Gomamon now? It's like, okay, how about Kakumon now? And you're like, how about Triceramon, top one? And how about this one? And then it's just like, well, Growlmon, why not? Then we go back and just go Growlmon. And then you go Digimon, why not? You see what I mean? It's much easier to navigate around because you can just click on evolutions you've got going forward and backwards for each Digimon, and I like that. You don't really get that kind of thing for what am I thinking of? Next Order. Ignore that one Digimon, that one's exclusive. Well, it doesn't matter if you saw it or not anyway. It's like I haven't obtained it yet, but I have been, well, I haven't really been playing this game, is the thing, because, once I beat the game, I was like, kind of like, it feels weird to continue playing the game, even though there is a post-game. It feels like there shouldn't be because it's very story-driven, and at this point in the story, it really should be just a case of, okay, go take on the final boss. There's no way it makes any sense whatsoever. It should be technically impossible to do anything else. But yet, once you beat the game and load the save file again, you can do whatever you want. It just makes absolutely no sense. If you've played this game, you'll know what I mean. It makes no damn sense that this should even be possible. They just had it so that you could have a post game, even though shouldn't. I mean, think like Final Fantasy, like classic Final Fantasy. Now, I'm not sure how the newer ones are like, but when you beat the final boss, that's it. Story's over, credits roll. If you reload your save file, it's just before the final boss. It's like that. It's not like in Next Order where you beat the final boss. You reload the save file, the game continues on with the acknowledgement that the final boss has been defeated, because that game has an actual post-game. The Digimon Story Sleuth games, they do not have a proper post-game, because the story concludes. Anyways, gonna talk to this guy real quick. Remember in Digimon Next Order you have the cards, well in here you have medals, and you sell them to this guy, and you can look at the collection. There's 700 in total in this game. There was only 500 in the original Sleuth, and when I started the game, you're given a choice if you've got save data from the original Sleuth, which I had, to transfer over stuff like this. So if you'd maxed out the entire medal collection, for example, in the original Sleuth and transferred the save data, you'd get all 500 of the original Sleuth medals. But me, I went with my first save file instead of my third save file, which was the one that I actually got all the medals in, so I've still got some of the ones in between 1 and 500 that I haven't obtained, so it's kind of annoying. So many medals. And I got most of them. I think it's a bit better than, you know, Next Order's version, because at least for this one, you know, you scroll from individually, and it's like just right there instead of just being like the equivalent of like how people would, you know, put Pokemon cards or something, you know, in those folder things and they're just all together. So you can't really zoom in on one or anything. I mean, it doesn't really zoom in much on it, but, you know, it's a bit more highlighted, is what I'm getting at here. Oh wait. Should also point out, why not, while we're here. Like I said, this would be where the Cyber Sleuth, the original Cyber Sleuth, this was the last medal. But then it goes further beyond that point. Anyways. Let's go take on a domination battle. Let's show how that works. See these bloody machines right here? Each one of these has a set amount of medals that you can only obtain from them. You have no idea, unless you play the game yourself, then you have a good idea of just how annoying it is to get all the medals from these damn machines. I've got all the ones on this save file from all the machines in this area. It's just a few of the cities and the Ikebukuro, wherever, that area that was introduced in this game. Those are the only ones that I have yet to obtain from the machines. I would have obtained all the other ones aside from Ikebukuro, whatever the hell it's pronounced as, if I'd gone with my third save file, but I didn't, so I have to get the Cyber Sleuth ones as well, which is annoying. Also, this is the Digimon. What do you got? I won't go easy on you. It's like, that's the case where that has been found. I'm gonna be doing that case. It's like, well, that doesn't explain anything. Basically, in this game... where am I? I'm on the... Well, I can do that when I get there. Just show you where Mirai hangs out and how the Digifarm looks, I guess, why not? The Digilab is the same in both games. One exception is these two over here, where they will explain random things. They were part of a quest earlier on in the game, and they're apparently obtainable in the game. It's just that the DLC download code for it expired in January, and I played this game after that point, so I don't have them in the game. I'm not sure if the complete version on Switch probably has them, because I think that includes all the DLC, which, honestly, what was even the point? Bandai, I mean, seriously, it's free DLC. Why did you have it exclusive to your website for a set amount of time, rather than just having it in the game as, you know, either DLC you can get off PSN, or alternatively just have it in an update? I looked at the update history, and it showed like Digimon added. I imagine that was probably Apocalypse and stuff like that, because I don't think it was in the default game. I was expecting it to be the antagonist, but it wasn't. I was quite disappointed by that. Yeah, you can Digivolve, de-Digivolve. This ABI thing comes into play. It needs to be... When you Digivolve and de-Digivolve, the ABI goes up a bit, and you gotta have it at specific levels to obtain certain Digimon, because some Digimon will require like 80 ABI, for example, and that takes a lot of devolving and digivolving and stuff like that to obtain. Apocalypse, by the way, has 120. I'm not sure, I didn't realize it could actually go over 100 ABI, so that's crazy. And yeah, like they just said there, you can boost it with special foods as well if you need them. I would read this, but I just can't be asked. They basically just give you little hints like that. One thing I never realized until they pointed it out to me is that Digiline I showed you, when I replied to that Digimon, right, that boosted the cam. I'll show my Digimon with this kind of example. Oh, wrong thing, settings. Oh wait, you can't do it that way. I think you do this way. Cam right there is 100%, for example. And I think it stands for comrade or something like that. Basically makes them more likely to help out a Digimon in battle, where like they're using the move, they will enhance the ability of the move, maybe add additional damage or second attack, stuff like that. And it does come into play for obtaining some evolutions. But to the point of what I was saying, if you reply to a Digimon on the Digiline, then the Digimon that are on your farm, they will occasionally send you a message. When you reply to them, it boosts the cam up by 1. I never realized that until they told me. And we got another thing there. She basically gives you hints on what to do, which is really weird and awkward. You didn't say anything super spoilerific. Our friends and we're welcome to 8 and olds. Well, spoilers for where the final location you go to, but other than that, it's not much. You have to go to this in order to move your Digimon around and Digivolve. Which one? Yeah. As you can see, the A-by there has to be 100, and my Dragonmon doesn't. I mean, Strike-Dramon. That's where it's going. It's just confusing because it was originally a Dracomon, so that's why it got its nickname. But yeah, it's a long way from 100, and the only way to do that is to either put him on the farm and give him special food, or de-digivolve him multiple times, evolve him until he gets to 100. And I'd also get a Breakdramon so that they can fuse together to become wherever their Super Mega is. But that's kind of how the evolution works. I wonder if any of my Digimon. Well, you can Digivolve the Slaydramon, but I'm going for this one. I don't think any of my Digimon are ready to evolve into a form that I wanted them to. There's a lot of Digimon in this game. And now I'm going for Magna Angemon, so I've still got 1 level to go. Yeah, I can't show off the evolution. Whatever. This is the Digifarm. So this seems to be a pattern in story games, not just Cyber Sleuth. Because I'll just say it, the game I've been playing recently, Digimon World Dusk, which is actually should be called Digimon Story Dusk because it's part of the Digimon Story series and not the Digimon World series. Don't know why they did that, but they did that when they localized. And by localized, I mean they released it in the US but not over here. It's like I played it over a decade ago on an emulator, and I just kind of assumed it's like, yeah, I can't get the game because it got released in the US but not over here. But then I realized a while ago the DS is region free, so I bought it off eBay and I've been playing it. And in that game you have a Digifarm as well, where you raise a Digimon in a similar fashion. Difference is, with this for example, you can command them to train, and they'll train for a set amount of time, and their stats might boost and stuff like that. Whereas in Digimon Dusk, you just have various training equipment where you just click on the Digimon you want to train, and they have a set chance of succeeding and getting the boost from the training item. And over time, they'll like pop up doing stuff at the top of the screen while you're playing on the bottom screen. You'll see a Digimon interacting with the equipment, and sometimes they'll gain stats that way as well. So you can see the Digimon interacting with the stuff right there, but I don't think it actually does anything. It's just there. Unless you're having them train, it's not really there. Anyways, yeah, you're the searcher, so I'm gonna have you look for cases. And you basically can give them Digimeat to boost the cam. There are other items as well that you can use to boost. This has gone a lot longer than I expected to. I shouldn't be too surprised, I guess. So like originally all I wanted to do was show the field guide, but you know, since I'm here, I might as well show all this as well. I mean, and the domination as well. It was mostly the field guide that was interesting in showing because of how much better it is than the next order. You know, I find Savior Hackmon a bit weird. It kind of resembles Jessmon. Well, Hackmon actually, yeah. I think it evolves to Jessmon in here, doesn't it? It's just kind of like all similar looking evolutions, if that's the case. Which one, yeah, I had the builder type. So you can have them create items. I've actually got an Angemon in Digimon Dusk, which is kind of weird, really. In Digimon Dusk, you have a really convoluted system of evolution. You've got regular experience, and then you got type experience. For example, Angemon, in order to Digivolve to Magna Angemon, requires Holy type experience, which is harder to come by in Dusk, because I guess they went the Pokemon route with that. It's like, we're gonna have Dawn, Dusk, two different versions of the same game. Where in Dawn, you're more likely to, you know, get Holy Digimon. That's more Holy points to obtain, whereas in Dusk, you're going to get more Dark types. So he's going to be a pain in the ass to evolve. He's not one of my mains, though. He's always on the backup. He's just there to gain experience. It's like my main ones currently are Crescimon, or whatever it's called, the ultimate evolution of Lunamon, because Lunamon is the protagonist's main Digimon in that game. And I've got Dolphmon, which is a dolphin, which is weird. Veemon is, you know, associated with the Seadramon line, right? Doesn't evolve to Seadramon in that game. It evolves to Octomon, or whatever it's called, Jessomon, which, by the way, those two evolutions, dead ends. In Digimon Dusk, for whatever reason, it's got like literally almost 400 Digimon, right? But the evolutions are so freaking weird. There's like loads of dead ends. Because, you know, with the two I just mentioned, they can't Digivolve to Ultimate. They have no Ultimate. The only way to get them to an Ultimate is if you DNA Digivolve them with another Digimon, so that they can become an Ultimate level. What a convoluted system. You know what also is stupid as fuck? Is, you know, the Veemon line has that DNA evolution, right? Well, guess what? His evolution just goes straight through without having to use DNA Digivolution. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, to the point. It's like its third evolution of Betamon's Dolphmon, that's why I've got that one, which can evolve to Veemon and then Marine Angemon. It can also evolve to Divermon, but Divermon's ultimate level doesn't go to Mega level unless DNA evolution comes into play. Which again, convoluted. And my other Digimon I have is what's the ultimate level of the Gaomon line? Because you start off with 3 Digimon, you can choose the other 2, and I went with Gaomon and Clockmon. And Clockmon is a lot more pain in the ass, because, you know, like after the intro they get set back to rookie level, and to get Clockmon you need 6,000 machine Digimon experience from battles, and I still haven't got that, even though I've played the game quite a bit. So I like had him Digivolve to Bomb and Nanimon for a bit, and then once I realized he couldn't evolve to Gyromon, I was like, okay, devolve back to freaking Solomon, and we'll work on raising that stat so we can get Clockmon, then Nightmon, and then reach the dead end that is Alphamon, because it would require too many holy points to actually get to Alphamon. Anyways, eat up. Also, if you press square here, you got different ones. Best meat, I think, works fine. There's another type of meat you can buy, right, that boosts it a lot, but your Digimon, it'll bounce off your Digimon, right? They will, because for whatever reason, they have meat that you can buy that will boost the stats, but they have it so it can fade. So you'll throw it at them, it'll bounce off their head like it's nothing, you'll throw another one, bounce off their head, and eventually they might eat one of them and gain stats and stuff. It's stupid. But yeah, you got these other items that can raise stats. Haven't really used them. This one's pretty good because, you know, it raises two different important things there. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's go take on that case. I won't explain anything more why we're, you know, doing all this at a hospital. I will not, you know, bring any context to the situation. Also, there's this. You get different outfits. It's just a shame you don't get to keep the cool coat when you switch to these, so I've never bothered with it. I just bought all the outfits and left it at that. Oh, where's it? This one's relevant because these are Hacker Team's outfits. These are, and we're gonna be battling the Hacker Team that this shirt belongs to. You know what I also find annoying is no. You see the goggles there? You got equipped. It's like you get head equipable items in this game, right? And I've only got this one because, you know, the save data from Sleuth gives you this goggles of the protagonist in that game. But the only other way to get any of these head items that are kind of nice is to play online. Which requires, you know, paying money to Sony because, you know, playing online. No, that doesn't come free. No. You gotta pay extra. I hate that shit so much. I don't play online multiplayer, so I see no point in getting it. And then I play a single player game, and it's like, oh yeah, you gotta have online for this one feature. It's like, fuck you. Anyways, I should actually change my Digimon. I was training this Akuamon. But let's bring in you. These, by the way, are kind of collectible things you can obtain, which, I'll skim through the first one, why not? They're like little kind of memory things that, show you little scenes where you weren't around and other things. Some of them are even basically just references to the first game, which without context you wouldn't have a clue what the hell it meant. This game definitely needs you to have played the first game first to get the full context, because there are some things where it doesn't really explain it very well. What events happen in the first game, they just kind of reference it. It's like, usually I'd read this, but you know, it's kind of dragging things out as it is. But yeah, you get a little kind of insight into characters and stuff like that. I haven't unlocked all of them. I've unlocked all of them in the main story, but there are some in the post-game, which isn't really a post-game in my opinion. But that requires going into this bullshit difficult place where you gotta be super overpowered to get through. Post-game bullshit. So we're gonna take on... Oh wait, it's Black Silver. I gotta mix up with the other one. Whatever, it doesn't make a difference to me. Mirai is the one that gives us these type of requests. Well, technically our Digimon are the ones that find them, but she's the one who's like, okay, take on this request. So now we're given the chance to choose 2 allies to join us. Now, even if this wasn't at the point where this would be impossible to do, if this was still possible, right, to do in the main story, there'd only be a few characters to choose from, but you get every character to choose from, even if it makes absolutely no sense. This one right here makes no sense. It's like, you need a hand, right? I know that look on your face. What, did you think I'd say no? Also, they say different things depending on the level of affection. It's like you get these events. There's 3 in total for each character, and once you've maxed them out, well, I guess this is the result you get. It's like she was a bit more, you know, just like, what, you need my help? Kind of thing at the start, but changes over time. You can tell by the fact that, you know, well, yeah, she is, you know, aside from the protagonist, the main character, really. It's like, this is her brother, this is their friend, this is the protagonist's friend. But I'm gonna go with this one, because, you know, it's kind of a spoiler of sorts, right? At this point in the story is where the events of Cyber Sleuth are reaching their climax, the original Cyber Sleuth. Where the main characters from that game, including Yuko here, should be 120% unavailable. I mean, all these characters should be unavailable. This shouldn't even be possible at this point in the story. But for context, right? They're off fighting the final boss at this point in time. And yet we can be like, hey, can you help me out with this case? Another case? Very well, I'm with you. It's like, yeah, I'm off saving the world and stuff, but I can help you out now. That makes total sense. This is how it works. You gotta get... It's like it changes depending on the battle. Sometimes, when you're facing Digimon, usually in these cases, instead of hackers, you will just have to defeat them and that'll be the victory condition. But in this one, we need to get 40 points in 30 turns. Ah, it's the old guys. Our bodies may be frail, but our hearts are tough as nails. We have an action where your brat has to go take some. So you see these here. These will add like 5 points, 10 points. Regular ones will just add 1. Basically, just go for it. Like, your damn kids, get off my lawn! Erica just has Wormmon. It doesn't even evolve already. But it is level 8. She's the only character there's that... Well, technically there are Digimon you can have joining you, which counts as just 1 Digimon, but... Yeah, she's got the short stick on that. Yeah, we have the 28 minutes, we have to start the next order. It'll be like 10 minutes in next order. Easy peasy, I'm too overpowered. So as you can see, you know, you battle to, well, for dominance, you know? It is called a domination battle. It's like you defeat them and you can take their place. Was it 30 points? No, 40 points. Getting close. Shouldn't be long now. That's great. I have all of my Digimon getting attacking. Well, actually, well, yeah, you know what? You take out the Veemon in complete overkill fashion. We'll have Chaos Dramon take out you in overkill fashion. Yeah! I've got goggles! So we take his spot and get points. Next turn I should have the maximum. If you think challenging her is going to be easier, I mean it would be easier because her Digimon are lower level, but they're all mega levels. Okay, that kind of screws me over a little bit. Let's see what next you guys. Yeah, I want one that can hit all foes. Crush you! And I'll be taking that, thank you very much. And I win. Just like that. Now you damn kids! Get off my internet! Ooh, not bad for a brat, I can't wait until our next encounter. This encounter shouldn't make any sense, because it shouldn't be possible at this point in the game. And once you've completed the request, all you gotta do is just click on this again, and bam, it's completed, here's your rewards. I don't know why I get a Diaboromon after that. This one is paused, by the way, because when I took on this request, I wasn't anticipating it. This is the post-game request. It's brutal. That's all I'll say about it. Anyway, after 32 minutes now, I'll have to get up and put next order in, and we'll get on with the game. Alrighty then. Let's get this crap on the road. It's like 33 minutes in the recording. Finally getting to the actual game.
Digimon World. Next order.
It's ridiculous. But that should be the last time, you know, a part will start with me looking at a different game. Because that's all the other things I wanted to show about Hacker's Memory. So, going forward, focus on next order. While occasionally rambling about other games. To make sure that that plant illegal seed in a place where it won't disturbed by other Digimon. Well, I suppose I should just use an autopilot, I guess. I only have one, that's unfortunate. Do you sell autopilots? I don't think you do at this point, do you? Oh wait, yes you do. It's in the power plant area, right? So just go ahead south. You know what, actually, let me look at a field guide. We don't really have much unlocked here, but still. See? You can't go backwards, only forwards with the field guide. That's why I wanted to show that. In the Sleuth games, you can look forward and backwards with the evolution, so you could go, okay, look for Patamon, but or we want to do, you know, your Pokemon, who's, you know, it's pre-evolved, formerly inbred. No, we have to click off it and find it up here somewhere. I mean, didn't this game come out after the Sleuth games? It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Man, look at the state of this thing. Reclaimed by nature, which is kind of a weird thing to say since we're in the digital world.
Yes! Yes!
Yes! They're gonna be hungry any moment now, I can sense it. I'm by moment, I mean within a minute's time. It's like now that I'm playing the game, I don't know what to say now. I'm still unsure how much of this to actually play at this point, you know? Maybe play up till the end of the first chapter, or, you know, just 2 evolutions at most, or something, you know? Because I'm not playing for the whole entire game as a bonus part, because that becomes a bonus playthrough rather than a bonus part, well, it kind of already is. But you get the idea, I don't want to play for the entire game again. As, like, another playthrough for recording. It's a bit overkill. This is already overkill as it is. Should have talked to them first, probably. Oh well. Then you leave, see, come back in 24 hours, see what happens. What do you think will happen to the illegal seed? I hope it turns into a lovely flower. Well, that we plan to see, all we have to do is wait 24 hours. We can't really use the boss. We'll definitely be able to help. Help ourselves to a lovely meal. Do I have... yes. Good thing to have the same food preference.
Yes.
We don't have much else. Well, actually we have more. If they had a preference for mushrooms, this would be so much easier. Unless their evolution would require them to weigh a lot, which doesn't, because these are the DLC ones. They evolve naturally over time. So what to do in that time where we wait for the flower of doom to bloom? Guess I could head over and see if maybe, just maybe, I probably don't have a chance, but maybe I could get Togemon in Server Deserts. And if I can do that, maybe I can defeat him in battle. Or maybe, no, actually we're supposed to fight Veemon, really, isn't it? I remember now. We talk to Veemon, then we talk to Togemon, who tells us to go back to talk to Veemon, then we fight Veemon, and then Veemon goes off to join the city, and then we go talk to Togemon, and we hear the battle, and then we go to the city. That's how it goes, if I recall. My Digimon are not really strongest at this stage. But I'll give it a shot. Why did I even bother talking to him? I've already seen this before. Not just on the main, you know, playthrough, but this playthrough too. Yeah, I've also realized something about the Digimon series. Is they're very different to Pokemon, but at the same time they're quite similar. I'm not even talking about the similarities in just being, you know, games where you raise monsters and stuff like that. I mean in the fact that historically a lot of their games have been on handheld consoles. I mean Digimon, you know, early on was, you know, on regular home consoles, you know, like the PS1. But then it kind of went handheld for a long time, you know, like the DS, 3DS, PSP. It's like this, even this game was originally on the Vita, you know? It's like, it's kind of weird that Digimon Survive, I think, is like their first, like game they made officially for a modern-ish console, which is just insane.
Yes.
And in some ways, that limitation of, you know, the handheld consoles, to an extent, probably allowed them to make more Digimon than you play the game. Like I said, Digimon Dusk and Dawn have just under 400 Digimon, which is crazy. Especially given, like I said, the evolutions are really finicky. Because you gotta do DNA digivolution a lot, because there's a lot of Digimon that just don't digivolve at all naturally, which is just stupid. But the point is, you know, you can make them a lot more easier because, you know, it's just simple sprites and stuff. Whereas they made a game like on console like this, they have to make an entire model for each individual Digimon, which explains why this game has so many kind of recolored Digimon variants to fill up the roster, because it's easier, isn't it? Where is he? He's on that side, typically. Oh, I don't need to do that. There's a toilet down there. Get to the toilet! Oh shit, that Jaromon wants to eat the food. Like, you don't need a toilet when I'm around. I'll eat for you. You know, I have never seen, well, I have seen crap form in the world when the Digimon crafts, but I have always, you know, avoided letting them crap all over the place in this game. So I wonder if maybe it could get as bad as in the original Digimon world, where the world is filled with turds everywhere. And if that happens, do Numemon and Jeremon and stuff like that still eat the crap? Is that still a thing? I've never done that in this game. Oh god, both at the same time? Crap slingers! One down. At least they're very easy to fix. If I'd gone into the Gotsumon town, the Jeremon there would absolutely annihilate me. I can't pick up an obscure onion. What is this nonsense? And got that. Oh shit, you got injured from that? Have I got bandages? No, definitely. Well, there's a vending machine. Hopefully I can afford it. Oh, this is just fucking great. Keep your spirits up, you've got no inventory space. At least I can discard stuff from this video. Discard that. Yeah, I'm working on it. Better work. There we go. Damn, you have 4,000 on HP, no wonder why you like it. Oh yeah, that isn't even open yet, is it? Oh wait, it's nice cool here. I feel like a new mom. Veemon, where did you go? Veemon learned a new move, but it still has a lot of flaws, so it's incomplete. It lacks something. You know what? Back to Digimon Dusk. You know the evolutions? How I said there are like loads of dead ends you have to write on DNA Digivolution. I get this right. You know, Palmon, Togemon, Lilymon, Rosemon. That has been established as the line. You know? That's how it works. In Digimon Dusk, it goes Palmon, Togemon, Lilymon, dead ends. You have to DNA Digivolve to get any of those Mega Levels. Meanwhile, you got Lilamon, which is kind of similar to Lilymon, can perfectly evolve into Lotusmon or Rosemon just fine with no DNA Dissolution. What the fuck? They shat on Lilymon there, man. Lilymon's supposed to naturally evolve to Rosemon. Why did they make it so you have to DNA Digivolve for that? That's just stupid. It's like, no, we're giving priority to Lilamon. Yeah, so, you know, that's the only Digimon that can naturally Digivolve to Rosemon without the DNA stuff. And also Lotusmon. Like, what's up with the favoritism, developers? So it's like only certain Digimon are allowed to Digivolve to make it naturally. All the other ones are just kind of have to basically merge together just to form anything fast at once. Ridiculous. I want Veemon to get stronger, so I said that move lacks something. Then that Mon just got mad and ran off. I must have been too harsh. Veemon's gotten stronger, but it's still a child. I'm worried. Should I get it for Veemon? Really? Can I count on you then? Then please, it's up to you. You must bring Veemon back. I mean, I won't. I'll just fight them, and they'll go to the city, and then I'll report back and kick your ass. And then we'll move on with our lives. Much like how this part is going to come to a conclusion in a bit. Just nearly up to 49 minutes on the recording. We didn't accomplish much here. Yeah, 30 odd minutes of playing Haggard's Memory will do that to you now. Doesn't really give much time to focus on playing this. I'll fuck you. I don't want to fight you. My Digimon are not at full health. I mean, I can easily kick your ass. It's just I'd worry that, you know, Veemon would just get injured at the end of battle. I can't even remember what. Oh, there it is. Just when I get the Nye Plains, I went the frickin' wrong way. This is not Nye Plains. Kinda got a bit confused. Sense direction's not all that great. Especially when you can't see shit because the fricking desert. Wow. Stay the hell away from me. My Digimon can't heal naturally. I don't have that ability yet, I don't think. Let me check. Yeah, I don't have that ability naturally yet. Which sucks. I forget what ability it is, but I'll be sure to learn it maybe in the next time. So see you next time, viewers. See you next time.